Well, hello everybody. My name's Brian. This is my little show. Oh, I had to come on and talk about a few things today. Well, now anyway. You seen the so-called leader of the House, Republican Kevin McCarthy, posting a video saying, "Oh, they read the Constitution in a long time on the House floor." Well, Democrats have been trying to do it for years, but you refused to allow it. If you remember correctly, McCarthy, who was nothing but a butt plug for Donald Trump. Again, simple truth, simple fact. Now you see the Trump worshiping retards out there denying that the Pentagon said that balloons were over the United States under Republican Trump rule, which again is a fact. It happened. But they'll whitewash it as best as they can to protect their false orange god. You know that. Anybody out there with a working brain knows it. They've been trying to protect him for years now. Oh well, they're such cupcakes and snowflakes, when it comes to their false orange god. Oh my, oh me. But hey, oh well. We'll turn on the chat. There it is. Again, my name is Brian. This is my little show. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening to whomever's out there. Well, have you noticed yet that the so-called GOP has no governing policies whatsoever as of yet? But they really never do. They talk a lot of shit, but never produce anything other than massive tax cuts for the wealthy, massive corporate welfare for the wealthy, and now they want to pass a 30% tax increase on all goods in America. Now, who's that going to benefit? It ain't going to benefit we, the people, not one iota. It'll benefit them because most of them are already tied to the rich and wealthy. They are rich and wealthy in and of themselves, but it'll do no good. No good. What the debt drastically, massive tax cuts of corporate, if passed, will again raise the debt drastically. And with their added 30% increase in tax on goods, it will outshine what Trump did. And that's unbelievably mind-boggling. But they're just too stupid. I mean, Republicans in the House are fucking retards. Again, look, they took AOC off a committee and put Marjorie Taylor Greene, the retard that believes in QAnon and believes that Jewish space lasers are starting fires in California. These are who Republicans are voting for. Look at George Santos, another criminal who has broken multiple laws, constitutional laws at that. And McCarthy just gets down on his knees and puts his balls in his mouth and says, "Okay, Santos, do me, but I need your vote." That's the only reason. Look at Lauren Boebert, another moron who misquotes scripture on a daily basis, misquotes the Constitution just like Marjorie Taylor Greene does all the time. And then you see Jim Jordan post on Twitter, "Have you ever seen gas prices and groceries this high in American history?" And I wrote to him plain, "Yes, under Ronald Reagan." Again, simple truth, simple fact. Remember, Ronald Reagan and Republican conservatives back in the 80s are one of the ones who caused one of the greatest recessions we've ever had. Look it up. Again, Use your God-given brain to think, learn, and remember. It's that simple. I may be slow, but I'm not stupid. I keep saying that. But it seems Republicans are just plainly retarded. And I'm sorry to keep using that word, but it is the only word that I can use to define what they are doing. Again, simple truth, simple fact. Trickle down economics, Ronald Reagan economics, voodoo economics do not work. They have failed continuously for over 40 years. And yet Republicans are pushing the same thing again now that they are in power, as I said they would if they got in power. Again, simple truth, simple fact. But you morons out there voted for them. Now they're trying to rephrase what they're going after our Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid. They're not calling it entitlements anymore. Go watch when they speak about it now. They will not mention that word. But they're going after it. If they can destroy your Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, they will. Why? For control, for money and power. That's all. They want to raise your retirement age to 75. Why? Why? You remember when retirement age was 50, 55? And every time, go back and look now. Do a little bit of research. Take you about an hour and a half. Go back and look. And you had the option, if you wanted to retire, you didn't lose your benefits, or half of them anyway. But if you retire before they say you're allowed to retire, they slash your benefits in half, if not more. Look it up. And it doesn't matter if you're a Democrat or Republican, independent, progressive, or what. If you retire before Republicans say you are allowed to retire, they slash your benefits. Why? Now they say the Georgia Guidestones have been taken down. They have, from what I can find out. But if you look up the Georgia Guidestones and what was written on them, and you look and see what Republican conservatives are doing over the last, well, I'll say 35 years, they match. They match. Republicans do not want citizens, they want slaves. They don't care if you're black, white, yellow, red, whatever. As long as you can produce for them, that's all they care about. Why else would they be trying to give more? Massive tax cuts, corporate welfare, and tax breaks to their billionaire and millionaire donors. Think about that. Something to make you go, And again, why are they trying to add a 30% tax on all goods? Even now, corporations, stores, even here in Pennsylvania, on goods that are not taxable, they are taxing. Why? Because they put that extra money in their pocket. Toilet paper, shampoo. I should have wrote down the list. I forgot. I was too much in a hurry. Are not taxable in the state of Pennsylvania. Look it up. Look it up. And yet stores like Rite Aid, Dollar General, Walmart will tax it. And by law, that is illegal, but the law will not do nothing about it because Republicans put that provision in there where it says they're allowed to. Why do you think they let Trump destroy the Consumer Protection Agency? And they still never put it back together like it should be. Why do you think Atlantic Broadband Breeze Line now is allowed to continuously add $20, $30 to your bill for nothing, for no reason? And I was told that straight on the phone by one of their representatives. We're allowed $220.85 for basic cable, basic internet. Now that started under the orange retard and Republican conservatives deregulation policy. Again, go back and look. Check your bills. If you save your bills, go back and look. 2 years after that orange fucking moron got in office and Republicans deregulated everything and started cutting and slashing the Consumer Protection Agency and other officers that are supposed to protect we the people. Look how cost of living continued to rise. It hasn't stopped yet. And we are right now still under Republican, conservative, Donald Trump tax policies to this day. Why? Because when Democrats put the bill forth, Republicans refused to vote on it. Wonder why? And they still allow fake Fox News, talk crap, misinformation, disinformation, basically complete lies. Why? That's why they will not reenact the Fairness Doctrine Act. They will not put it back in where it should be. Because fake Fox News would immediately be put off the air. And Republican conservatives cannot have that. They need their lying machine, their propaganda machine, to keep spewing out bullshit. Again, it's a simple truth, simple fact. I've even wrote to McCarthy, no reply. Why will you not reinstate the Fairness Doctrine Act? It would stop every news channel from lying about anything and everything. Because if they'd enforce it like they should, the FCC, they would immediately shut down those news outlets. That's what the Fairness Doctrine Act was for. Oh, I'm waiting to get banned on TikTok because I talked truth and facts to Trump worshiping retards on there. And that's exactly what I called them, retards, because that's what they are. As my backsplash says, I will not censor myself over your stupidity and ignorance. I refuse to. I will not lie for anyone or for any reason. And if you can prove me wrong, as I've said over the years, if anyone can prove me wrong, I mean legitimately prove me wrong, I will apologize live on the air. Now, I've been doing this going on a little over 3 years, and not once have I been debunked yet. Not yet. I'm still waiting. Like I told the manager up at Rite Aid, before I open my mouth about anything, I study, I learn 14 hours a day. That's why I said before, I don't care when people laugh at me because I had to have mouth surgery. I don't. My heart's pure, my mind's pure, my spirit's pure because I speak truth. There's no reason to lie. Why lie about anything? Now you hear some people say, "Well, there's gray areas about when you need to." No, there ain't. You either tell the truth or you don't. Like, why are they trying to hide the balloon incidences that happened under Trump and Republican control? Well, Trump had bank accounts that were open in China. His daughter has massive special, what do you call them, patents in China, 18 of them that I know of. Jared Kushner has special deals in China, along with Saudi Arabia, and as far as I can tell, and the information I've been looking up, he even has some kind of special deals going on in Russia. So again, there you go. But McCarthy and Republicans will deflect and talk bullshit about Hunter Biden and his laptop, which they had control of for 14 months while Trump was still president, and they did nothing, nothing. And it's been through so many different hands that God only knows what they put on there. And from the tech expert that looked at Hunter Biden's laptop, revealed live on air that many people, it seems, have attempted to add things to Hunter Biden's laptop. You talk about a conspiracy. Republicans know they were involved in the January 6th attempt to take over the government. This is how you, again, hide a coup attempt. Now, you got to remember, in a coup attempt, nobody can ever be prosecuted for it and for it to work. Why do you think they're doing all these bullshit investigations of Biden and everybody that investigated them? It's all bullshit. It's smoke and mirrors like a magician. They're trying to deflect from the truth, which they said they were going to do from day one when they put Trump in power. Remember, Kellyanne Conway kept coming out and saying, we're going to give you only alternative facts. And again, what is an alternative fact? A lie. you know, Simple truth, simple fact, no beating around the bush. It, and if Republicans get away with what they're trying to do right now, as I said, our country just keeps falling and falling and falling because of Republican conservative. Conservatism is a lie. It's bullshit. There's no such thing as a Republican conservative. What's the word? Deficit hawk. There is none. Never has been really, because the deficit has always gone up under Republican policies. Again, look it up. Right there, I just said it, and history itself. The fabric of history proves me to be correct. Look it up. No, I'll have people post, well, why don't you post it this? Well, I shouldn't have to. Because the Trump retard worshippers won't believe it anyway. They'll say it's fake news or it's been fabricated. Well, it's fact, but they don't believe in truth. That's why they are in a cult. They deny truth and fact for the worship of a demon, false orange god called Trump. Now they call conservatism Trump. It's well. I don't know what happened to this country for this to get so far out of hand. And the people that I thought were my friends, I would come to realize they weren't. They used me for a lot of stuff. I realize that now. You know. But even way back then, I knew I was never part of them. That's why they always found me off by myself at parties and stuff. I knew I didn't belong there. I was not accepted completely. And to this day, I really never understood why until I found out somebody that said he was my bestest friend turned into a Trump worshiping moron, you know, who I thought was highly intelligent for years. I come to realize he was faking it. He was a joke. But that's history, and history's past. Today is now, and in the future. So I do what I can with what I have, the best that I can with what I have, and I keep moving forward. I believe something great, grand, and wonderful is coming into my life very, very soon. And when it does, a lot of people are going to be awfully surprised. I'm telling you. Oh, well. I think that what strikes a lot of people is that I have no ego that takes over my thought processes or my heart. Ego is not good, especially a massive ego. I'm better than everybody. Like my uncle who married into money all of a sudden thought his stink because of all the bullshit he did way back when. I won't mention his name, but he's got so many dark skeletons in his closet he has no right to. I'm better than you because I married a witch pussy. Well, yeah, you married into money, but you're still a low life piece of shit in my book. Just because you wore a badge don't make you shit either. And to this day, after I was hit by a cop who was drunk on duty, and the government did nothing to help, even when I was healed up enough to try to do it myself, not one attorney would help me. And now, every time they tell me now, well, it doesn't matter that you were a kid when you were hit. Statute of limitations ran out years ago. So I get to suffer with some problems to this day because of it. Yeah, I've tried. Even Edgar Snyder, I tried, and all he can say is, "Well, we don't handle those kind of cases anymore. We're strictly accidental." Well, so much for a law office. Ow. Yes, I'm in pain, but that's just weather. It'll be okay. Pain's nothing new to me. I'm in pain every day. But again, I refuse to lie for anyone for any reason about anything. And again, I say live on the air. If anyone out there can prove what I say is wrong, I will apologize live on the air to everybody. You know? Okay, well, it's almost 25 minutes I've been broadcasting. I do have to start doing my podcast again, regardless if Anchor Podcast will not allow me to use my PayPal account to monetize my podcast. I have to start podcasting again. Maybe I'll do that later. But I'm still trying. I'm not going to give up. What does God say? What does Jesus say? Keep pushing forward. Keep moving forward. Have faith. Have faith in the light. Well, my name's Brian. This is my little show. You all stay faith. Oh, excuse me. Stay safe out there. And if you do what Scripture tells you to do, you are to lift up the downtrodden, the poor, the hurting. You are supposed to invite immigrants and treat them as you would be treated. Read the Bible; it's there. But Republican conservatives don't believe that. You know, the border crisis has always been there, but it really got bad because of Trump Republican policies, not Biden. You know, but that's what Republican conservatives do. They cause the problems, and then they use everybody else as a scapegoat for that problem. As I said, it's going to get bad. If they implement the so called policies that they want to, it's going to get real bad. And you have no one to blame but yourself if you voted for a Republican. Because you refused, just like you refused to see what they were going to do when they took over the Supreme Court. They're already allowing voting rights to be destroyed. They took away the right of a woman to care for her own body and her doctor. They're still trying to come into your bedroom to tell you who you can love, why you can love, and who you can be with. So who's growing government bigger? Tell me that again. Remember now, they're trying to add a 30% increase on taxes in goods in the United States. For everyone now, not just Democrats or liberals or everybody's going to have to pay them. Except for the rich and wealthy donors that they have that control the Republican Conservative Party, which is what is the real deep state. Oh, well. Again, my name's Brian. This is my little show. Please take care of yourselves and each other. Peace out, everybody.